Hello everyone! My name is Jennifer Stay. This is Sweet Little Rose, and this is Coloring Bliss and our weekly live event. Today we are doing both hours, our full 2-hour live event here on YouTube. We've heard that Facebook is having some streaming issues, so we're doing everything today here with you on YouTube. So yay, we get to just sit back, relax, and not have to worry about switching or anything, and just have some good coloring fun. So that will be a good time for all. So happy Independence Day, or the day before Independence Day, everyone. I've got Rose all dressed patriotically. She's not too happy about it, so if she can't get comfortable, I may have to take off her costume. She sits up. What? You're going to take it off, she says. Not yet. We have to let everyone see how adorable you look. You're adorable. Why don't you let me dress you up all the time?
Seems like it.
You're adorable this way. Yes, you are. Anyway, I'm just really excited to sit down and do some coloring today. I have some things printed. I have a brand new coloring page for some of my members, and I have a free download for everyone so that we can all celebrate Independence Day. There are links in the video description that you can follow and get the free download, and the links to go enter our book a day giveaway that we are doing to celebrate World Watercolor Month. That's July. So make sure you have entered for your chance to win a book from Coloring Bliss. Now remember, one entry gets you entered for the entire month. So it's really easy to enter, and you are in and ready to win. So make sure you get over and get your entry in. We also have a giveaway that we started last week, and I get to announce the winner of these beautiful tritone pencils right here. So I'm excited to announce that winner. Yeah, she's not settling down. I think she's uncomfortable.
She's like, get this thing off.
Well, has everyone seen her adorableness?
Well, those who are here.
Those who are here.
Yeah.
Well, let's wait a few more minutes because there might be more people coming. In fact, if you hit share, or make sure you have subscribed and a thumbs up for adorable Rose, and then we'll take it off of her so she can actually settle down, because she's not settling down. Are you? Go sit down on your pillow. She's like, I'm patriotic, but I just don't want to wear it. Should we take it off? You want me to take this off? Okay, let's just take it off then, because it's just bugging you. Oh, is that better? Oh, that's so much better. Okay, let's see if she sits right down now. I'm curious to see if that was the problem. Okay, so I think the first thing we should do is announce the winner of these tritone pencils. We started the giveaway last Wednesday, and yeah, I'm excited to give them away. If you missed it, it was lots of fun last week. And like I said, we're also doing a book a day giveaway this for the entire month. So we have lots of giveaways going on, so you can participate in that. And we will be doing other future giveaways. So if you can't participate in the current giveaway for the book a day giveaway, and you want to participate in future giveaways, like I said, make sure you're subscribed so that you can be notified of future giveaways. So Steve, who is our lucky winner of the tritone Kohinoor pencils?
It is Janine Butcher.
Janine Butcher, congratulations! I'm so excited for you that you get these beautiful pencils.
She won by becoming a Bliss booster.
Oh, thank you so much for becoming a Bliss booster. Now, Janine, we need from you, what do we need from Janine, Steve? I don't even know.
I need her mailing address.
Okay. So
she can send it to support@coloringbliss.com.
All right. Support@coloringbliss.com is our go-to email address. That always gets right to Steve. That's the best way to always contact us. So Janine, right? Janine?
Yep.
Okay, Janine, I need your address so I can ship this package. Well, it'll be Steve. So Steve can ship this package of colored pencils straight to you. So I'm going to hand it to Steve right now so he can take good care of it. And you're still not sitting down. Do you want your neckerchief back? Do you want your pretties back? Should we put it back on you? Or do you need to get down? Do you want to get down? No, I don't think that's it either. Well, we'll see if she settles in. Sit down. Sit down. It's a little bit warm in here, and our neighbors have some sort of party going on outside. Maybe she can hear that going on. So anyway, that's what we have started. I covered the book a day giveaway. Oh, let me show you what coloring pages I have for all of you. Let's start with the free one. This was one that we released last year, and I'm making it available for everyone to come and download again. This is my adorable piggies. Last July, I went through a piggy phase. Do you remember my piggy phase, Steve? I went through a piggy phase. So this is from my piggy phase last year.
I remember there was, I don't remember who it was. She's probably here, but she has a granddaughter who requested some piggies.
Is that how it started?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Because I don't think you'd ever drawn pigs up to that point.
I hadn't. And all I remember is that I went through a piggy phase. And there are at least 2, maybe 3 coloring pages with piggies in them. And I had so much fun drawing them. And this one right here is perfect right now for all of us who are doing fireworks for 4th of July. We also do fireworks around 24th of July here in Utah to celebrate Pioneer Day. So July is all about fireworks here in Utah. So here are some cute little piggies celebrating, and they have fireworks all up here. You can get out all your glitter gel pens and just go to town with all these beautiful fireworks. So I had Steve print mine on watercolor paper so we can either color this one or the one that's right underneath it that I'm about to show you. But this one right here is free. All you have to do is follow the link in the video description and come and download it. When you do come to download it, you will become a free member over on Coloring Bliss. I think all you have to do is give us your email address. Remember, at Coloring Bliss, when you give us your email address, we protect it. We don't share it or sell it or anything like that. So you can trust us over at Coloring Bliss and come and become a free member. And then also you get notified of giveaways and any events that are going on. So it's really worth your time to become a free member over on Coloring Bliss. Now, should we show them the brand new coloring page that I just drew today? It's actually inspired by the World Watercolor prompt. So for World Watercolor Month, they came up with an official prompt list. Now, if you want to see the official prompt list, you have to go over to, well, worldwatercolormonth.com is where you can see the official prompt list. So when I wanted to draw a new coloring page for today, I decided it would be fun to be inspired by the prompt for today. So I went and I looked, and today's prompt was picnic food, and I thought that was a perfect prompt, and I could do some sort of drawing inspired by picnics. And one of my favorite parts of a picnic, a family picnic, is when all the kids and everyone scatters and goes, and I'm left alone at the picnic site, and it's quiet and peaceful, and you're under the shade of a tree. Is it just me, or is that the perfect moment of a picnic when it's quiet and you can just sit there and just enjoy that beautiful day? So that is what the inspiration was for the coloring page. And I really can't show it, Rose, if you're standing on top of it. So can you go sit on your pillow, please? Rose, will you sit on your pillow, please? Sit on your pillow. There you go. Okay, now we can show it. She has moved. So here it is, the perfect picnic moment. Here she is laying on her picnic blanket in the quiet little, I don't know, grove of trees with bushes all around her. She's got her pretty little bike that she probably rode with her basket on the back and the flowers in her basket. Isn't it pretty? Isn't that like the perfect picnic moment? And she's just all alone, quiet, enjoying that one moment before the kids all come rolling back in, wanting the mom to get out all the food and do all the work. She's got her perfect moment right there. So that's the moment I captured in this coloring page. Now, to download this coloring page, it's part of what we call the premium library over at coloringbliss.com. And if you want this particular coloring page, you'll have to become higher than the free level. You'll need to become either a colorist, apprentice, or partner, right, Steve?
Right.
Did I get that right?
Yep.
So those are the paid levels, and you get access to the premium library if you become one of those paid levels. And the premium library, I think, is over 450
Yeah.
now. I think there's over 450, including a whole bunch of fun Independence Day coloring pages. Like there's a truck and there's another, I think there's a piggy parade. And anyway, there's a whole bunch of fun summer coloring pages that you can download and let your kids color for 4th of July or just for summertime. So, and if you're on the other side of the world and it's winter time, we have a whole bunch of winter ones sitting there waiting for you. So this is the brand new coloring page. I also had Steve print this on our watercolor paper so that I could do some coloring for all of you tonight on this one if we want to. Rose really wants to be right in the middle of this. How come, huh? Do you want to get down? Okay. Here you go, Dad.
She's all, you ruined it with my...
Ruined it with her fancy outfit. She'll be back. You watch. Okay, so we covered the free coloring page, the new coloring page. We've got the giveaway done. We've talked about the book a day giveaway. Do we have lots of people coming in now? Are we all here so we can get going with the coloring? Okay, good. All right. So the plan is to do watercolor type products on these two coloring pages. That's the plan. I've been bringing in a whole bunch of watercolor products to help me with July videos and live events. Because I'm so excited about the watercolor paper that we have available. The cool thing about these types of pages right here is, I believe, is this one available right now already for them if they want to put into a coloring book?
No.
Not yet. Okay, so I'm going to have Steve make sure he gets this available so that if you decide to come and order a new coloring book at Coloring Bliss and you want it printed on the watercolor paper, this can be one of the pages you select, because over at the print shop, you can do your own custom built coloring book. It's really cool. And you can have it now printed on the watercolor paper. So we're going to play with a whole bunch of water friendly type art media. I've got a box going on right back here with a whole bunch of really fun products that we can pull from. And I kind of thought between you and between me, we can just sort of pick some products that maybe you're interested in and that I'm curious and interested in, and some of the new stuff, and we can just play and have fun and put some color onto paper and just enjoy ourselves and enjoy this summer day and have some good coloring fun, answer some questions, and it'll kind of guide me towards what videos I need to do for you moving forward in July. I already have 2 videos recorded for you that you can watch for that will be coming out very soon. I'm excited about that. So let's get started. Which one I would like to know? That's my first question for you. Which one would you like me to work on first? The picnic or the piggies watching the fireworks? So I'll let you guys vote that first. Steve's watching the chat, so go ahead and type in below. Would you like to see piggies or picnic? Piggies or picnic?
And so, what watercolors you use?
Yeah, well, that'll be the next question. What product should I use? Let me show you a couple of the new things.
Maybe give them some choices.
Okay, so this is a product that I haven't even tried yet. These are the Uli water-soluble crayons. These are a metallic, so they should have sparkle and interesting things. We can see what they do. I did try today that just came. Let me grab them. These just came too. This is another water-soluble crayon. These are by Jane Davenport, and I played around with these today, and that was lots of fun. They're kind of like a gelato is what these ones are like, so I could play with those. I also have, I'm not going to crack into these yet. I'm going to do their very own video dedicated to the Paul Rubin metallic paints that I gave you guys a sneak peek for on Monday. Was it on Monday that I showed them the Paul Rubens? Yes, it was a Monday that I gave everybody a sneak peek of these beauties. So if you're interested in these wonderful, beautiful paints, I'll be having a separate video coming very soon on these ones. So, but we could break into these ones if we want to. These are the Kuretake Gem colors. That's another product we could play with. I also purchased some good old Crayola watercolors. That could be kind of fun to play with and compare with some of the other paints. I also picked up when we were at IKEA some of their new markers. I don't think they're that new. I think they've been around for a while, but they're new to me. And I think they're water-based. I don't know. That's what we need to find out. So I'd like to open them up and see if they are water-based or not. So, and I have 2 sets of these because we were thinking we'd give away a set. But I don't know if we want to start another giveaway tonight because we have all kinds of giveaways going on. But that's what that is.
What's the name of the sparkle crayons you recently got?
They're the Ulis. Uli Rainbow Sparkle. I'll show you right here. That's the Uli Rainbow Sparkle Watercolor Gel Crayons, 12 bright metallic colors. That's that set. And then another thing that I recently got that I ordered because I want to compare. We're going to do a battle of the water-soluble crayons. I also brought in some distress crayons, just one little package of them because they have so many different sets. I brought in one set, I think this is set number 4 in their line, so we could play with these as well if you guys want to see those. Besides all that, I have a whole bunch of watercolor brush pens. I have water-soluble pencils we could play with. And then all kinds of paints we can play with. So there are so many options. So I'm curious to see what you want me to play with, including Tombos, lots of stuff we can play with.
Teresa asked, do you have the Recollections shimmer crayons?
No. The Recollections line, I believe, is available at, is it Hobby Lobby? Is that where we get those? And they seem to be sold out of those right now in my local stores. And I've been watching for them and they haven't come back into stock yet. So I'm watching for them. I think they're also sold on Amazon, but they're way more expensive than if you just get them at the craft store. So I've been waiting for them to come back at my local craft store. So, okay.
So Jennifer, it was like quite literally a tie between the 2 pictures. I counted them because it was so hard to tell. So I think you can just start with one and then we'll get to the other one.
Okay, that sounds good. Rosie's back. I knew you'd be back.
Kuretake, Neo Colors. Tika has some Crayola Super Tips and she'd really like to see how you use those.
Okay, those are water-based, so we could play with those. Oh, I forgot. We also have these that I haven't played with yet. These are the Arteza Twi markers? Twi markers? I don't know how to say it. We could also try these too. So lots of fun things to do. Okay, since I get to pick, I think what did they say? What was one of the things they want? What product? Maybe I'll let the product guide me.
So why don't you try some Crayola Super Tips first. And then some Kuretakes.
Right here. The Kuretake gems. Is that what they want to see?
Yeah.
Okay, that's these guys. Okay, so the gem colors are very metallic. So why don't we go for the piggies because they have the fireworks, and we can do metallics in the sky for fireworks.
And then are the Ulis the sparkly ones?
Yeah, they're sparkly
so we'd like
too.
to see those too.
Okay.
And of course some Neo Colors. So yeah.
Sounds like we're going sparkly. So let's do the fireworks, you guys. And I'm going to grab my Crayola Super Tips. Here they come, Rose. Crayola Super Tips are coming down. Okay. We got sewer. I'm going to put these back here just to make some room.
Polly says you're giving her too many ideas of what to purchase.
Sorry.
Oh, I still need to make that FSS alert.
Yeah.
You don't need this stuff.
You don't need all of it.
It's all right.
Yeah, you don't need all of it. You only need some of it. Okay, so I've got the Super Tips. Look at my fun layout here. Isn't this fun? Oh, doesn't this just make you happy? Okay, I'm going to put this to the side. Got to clear some space here. I've already got, I believe, right here. This is just a cheap plastic cutting board. I got these at Dollar Tree, and I use it to protect my surface, and it's also a great surface to attach a coloring page to that you know you're going to be doing a lot of wet watercolor effects to. So we're going to attach this page to it, kind of just to hold it down and get it ready to be attacked by water. Okay, so we're going to use some painter's tape. You can use washi tape. So I'm going to measure this off, and then remember the best way, you don't want to go straight to your paper with it, because even though it's low tack, it can still damage your paper. So I usually tap it up and down on my shirt or my pants, and that will kind of fuzz it up and make it even more low tack, and make it so that it's really easy to remove off of your paper when the time comes, which is the best part, right? The end, when you get to remove it. Okay. So hurry and get this prepped. Gotta move my hair though, so I don't get my hair caught in the tape. Okay. Oh, now we do have hair in the tape. I'm gonna cover... Actually, what I think I should have done, I'm going to change where I put that top piece of tape. I'm going to go right up to that black line. See how easy that came off? So great when you have it so low tack. So let's go right up to that black line. Okay. One more nice big long piece. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of talk about what are your traditions for celebrating either the 4th of July, Independence Day, or I know we have a lot of people from Canada, so what do you do to celebrate Canada Day? Or your country's big country celebration. I would love to know. Do you guys do a picnic? Do you go somewhere special to watch the fireworks? I would love to hear what their family traditions are, Steve. So if they start sharing traditions and you're like, what are they talking about? That's why they're talking about it, because I asked them. It was so fun. I went on Pinterest and typed in picnic just to get some ideas and for what I could draw for all of you. And it just made me want to go on a picnic really bad. Okay, we got that laid down. So what I'd like to do is kind of take advantage of this watercolor thing, and we're going to lay out a whole bunch of color.
Angela says we have a family cookout.
Oh, fun. Okay, let's get...
Beverly says went to the beach to watch the firework display and barbecue.
Oh, fun. At the beach would be lots of fun. I've never done it at the beach before.
And then Angela's family goes somewhere and watches the fireworks.
Fun. We have like a hill in our neighborhood that overlooks our valley, and that's typically where we go to watch fireworks because you can see the whole valley lit up. Okay, I'm going to use the color tips like paint. So I'm going to put a whole bunch of green down on my palette to start.
Kelly says a barbecue, a Canada flag cake, and a campfire.
Fun. Okay, and let's get a nice big... And we need... I gotta move this though in case I get a little too crazy and paint goes everywhere. Let's tap that up there.
Tika says it's going to be like 90, so picnic will be too hot for her.
Yeah.
And Polly has a tough time going out too because her dog Pierce is so afraid of the fireworks.
Yeah, last night there was a bunch of fireworks going and it was really upsetting Rose.
Mia Bear just hangs out with her dogs.
Okay, let's pick up this green. And we're going to wash this green over all this land down here.
Carolyn puts in earplugs and puts the TV on closed captioning.
Smart.
Bean Cat says nothing too social for us. We just have hot dogs and a social.
Fun.
Or, sorry, nothing too special. Just hot dogs and a social. Anna says we have a church cookout and then find somewhere local and free for fireworks at dark.
Fun.
Donna's family came in from out of state. It's been 6 months or so since she last saw them.
Oh, that's special.
Amy says, I used to work for a fireworks company and we shot off the big displays. That was fun.
Ooh, I would. Oh, too bad she's not sitting right here. I have like 100 questions about that. Like, how does it actually work? And how loud is it when you're right there next to them when they're going off? I just have like 100 questions.
Tanya says, I stay home and keep my mini doxy calm.
Mm-hmm. Poor little dogs. They hate it, don't they?
Jerry and Jack stay home and be safe.
Uh-huh.
James asked if Rose is frightened by fireworks.
I don't think we've ever taken her to an actual where she sees them, and then when she hears them, she doesn't like hearing them. It really disturbs her. But we've never actually taken her out to see a display of them. Our neighborhood, technically, you're not supposed to set off fireworks. Okay, I picked like a blue-gray. That's the color I'm going to start in the background for the night sky. And we're going to mix in some darker blue. And let's mix in a little black. What? What?
Can you maybe put it on the table?
Oh, they can't see. Look, it's not... I guess that's not black.
Oh, it's a dark blue.
Okay, that's all right. How about some brown? That'll help make it feel more night sky-ish. Okay, let's see what that color is.
If it doesn't rain, Ray's going to go to the beach, but more likely we'll just be having a barbecue.
Fun. Okay, that's a nice night sky color. I like that. More water.
Teresa would love to see you do a Canada Day art page.
I would like to do that too. We haven't done anything for Canada yet. And why haven't we? Because I was born in Canada, for crying out loud. That's sad.
Donna says this will be the first fourth for several of my budgies. Yikes.
Oh, that will be interesting, huh?
Yeah, lots of dogs are afraid of the noises.
Yeah.
Roberta has a 4-year-old that dislikes loud noises, so the fireworks really irritate her ears.
Yeah.
Bean Cat says the fireworks have always scared any cats we have too.
Mm-hmm.
Angela says, yeah, cats. Amy did say that you have to wear earplugs and all sorts of safety equipment around the fireworks, those big firework displays.
I think Rose might be getting more sensitive to sound the older she gets. I wonder if that's normal. Rose is our first dog, so I don't know if that's normal or not. Okay, I'm trying to let the blue be darker up high. We might have to do a second layer of this. Let's build another mix of my custom color here.
Joyce says it's going to be 97 in Texas.
Oh.
I wonder, Joyce, where you're at, is it also super humid? That's not fun, like 97 and 97%
and humid.
humidity.
Oh. Okay.
Tika says, I never thought of mixing the super tip colors. Thanks. Neat idea.
It's fun, huh? Free, or not free, but pretty low cost watercolor paint right here. And we'll be able to use these same colors in other spots on the page.
Renee says that we used to have a ministry of serving injured Marine recruits from Marine Corps Recruit Depot San Diego. So they would have 50 recruits every Easter, 4th of July, and Thanksgiving.
I've heard it's hard on, that the fireworks are hard for
with PTSD.
PTSD,
Yeah.
the sound. Isn't that funny? How many people it affects? I guess not funny. That's the wrong word.
Yeah, that's not the right word.
Interesting.
Yeah. Renee says over 25 years we serviced 2,500 recruits.
Wow, that's an awesome way to serve.
Bean Cat says, ooh, that's a nice night sky color.
Yeah, it's going really patchy up here. And that could be the watercolor, like because it's super tips, but that's okay. This is just layer 1. With watercolor, you can do lots of layers. And I'm being really messy. And I'm doing it on purpose, messy on purpose, because this is the background, right?
Lynn says, we're celebrating at home because earlier in the week, someone left a box of puppies at our grate in the driveway. So we found homes for all of them, and we kept one. Her name is Blue.
Oh, wow. That's an unexpected adventure. Wow. Okay, we need more color. Let's kind of clear a path here for more color. One problem with using markers as your colors is you have to keep reapplying it to your palette. So in case you're wondering, this palette I'm using is just a nice plate that I picked up at Target. It's a lunch size white plate, and it is my favorite palette by far over everything I've ever used.
Donna asked, did you use some water in the tray for the markers?
Yeah, so I've got 2 jars of water off screen here. One for cleaning my brush and one for picking up fresh water. And then I clean my brush, which I'm going to have a video coming out very soon on how to manage your water when you're doing watercolors. And then I'm just taking a really wet brush and attacking that water, that marker, and mixing it all up really loosely so you get a good variety of colors in the background. And it makes for a fun way to lay down a whole bunch of color in a kind of a not so predictable way, so you get more of a mottled background.
Helene is celebrating her 65th birthday this weekend. Combo barbecue and party.
Happy birthday. Okay, and of course we are on watercolor paper, so I am not having to be gentle with the amount of water I'm laying down. Wow, I've got it really dark right here, which will be fun. We can do a really bright firework right there.
Coloring Queen 40 says, hi, my name is Shell. I've been watching your channel for a while, and you inspire me to venture with blending in my colors. I only color with glitter gel pens.
Well, hello. Yeah. Oh, and you can blend those gel pens too with a little bit of glycerin. I've got a whole video series on that. So much fun. Okay, now I've got this funny mix I made really watered down because, like I said, I'm attempting to make it darker on the top and lighter towards the piggies. That's the general goal. We'll see if I succeed, right? That's the plan here. Oh, I just went over the flag. Oh, well. Oh, well. Okay. Now, I want to try to kind of blend some of these really strange blobs of color just a little bit. And once again, because we are on watercolor, I can be a little bit more liberal with my working of the paper. If we were on a mixed media paper, I would be way more careful the amount of water I'm using, but you can still do, to a limit, some of these types of effects. You just have to be a little more delicate to not overwork the fibers of the paper. Okay, there, that smoothed that area out. Okay, I feel like we are headed in a good direction here. Blend that out. Okay, now while we were working on the sky, my green wash down here on the bottom was drying. So now what we could do to continue with our adventure with the super tips is bring in, I've got this trio. I try to keep my super tips in trios. I'm not very good at it because they're all coming apart. But I try to keep them, when I find a good light, medium, and dark, I try to put them together with a little hair elastic. So I've got a light, medium, and dark here of green. I'm going to clean this brush really good before I abandon it so it's ready. Okay, and we're going to color some of these bands using the super tips. Now I might have Steve zoom down a bit so you can see how awesome the super tips blend on the watercolor paper. They just want to blend. It's so much fun. In fact, we might be able to get away with not even using a mid-tone. I think we can do straight from, I've got, I'll show you the ends. I've got a dark and a light. And let's see if I can get away with just going straight from the dark all the way. And then look at that. See? They just blend. Oh, isn't that great?
Libby says, we start the day with a parade. Our burner pulls his little cart. Then I go back to the RV and spend my day coloring and keeping the dogs company. Walt goes to work taking old-time pictures.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Well, dark first. And then bring up the light. Rub it into the dark and pull it on down. Just like that.
Gaka loves the ring. Oh, somebody commented on your nails too.
Oh, yes, I'm very patriotic today. Look at those. So much fun. You got to do some fun fingernails on the holidays. When else are you going to do crazy fun? I thought about looking for like some gold stars. I remember when we were young, my sisters and I would put like stickers on our faces for holidays.
Polly asked if you can put the super tips on the page and blend it out with water.
Yeah. Yep.
Tika says, wow, I should try super tips on watercolor paper. Otherwise, on cardstock, they streak badly straight from the marker.
Yes, they do. Okay, let's see if we can make it... What do we think? Dark on the middle and light to the sides? Let's go for it. Oh, sorry. Am I blocking with my hair? Sorry, everyone. The hairdo is getting in the way. Let's go dark in the middle. Kind of under the piggies. And then blend the light all the way down. Heck, we could probably grab some clean and blend that. Oh yeah, we can blend it straight to the color of the background. Oh, okay, let's do that again right here now. Okay, we're blending the dark into the light color, and then with a damp brush I'm grabbing that light color and just blending that straight down so it just blends out to nothingness. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, let's go again. We'll do this band. I'm really messy. Look at that. I'm not staying in any lines or anything.
Tika says the piggy's reminder of the Angry Birds game.
Yeah, totally.
Kaylee says, seems like you're right. You don't need a third color. It looks good just the way it is.
Yeah, and that's because we're on the watercolor paper. If I was on mixed media or standard cardstock or something, I think I would totally be... Look at that. Look how it pulls out like that. Oh, that's just so satisfying. I would need a third color to help that blend go as smoothly as what we're getting here on the watercolor paper.
Blue Petal Media says, good to see the super tips working well on the watercolor paper. No peeling.
No peeling at all. It just does its thing. Okay, we're gonna... Am I getting in the way or am I good? Okay, good. Sometimes I get so carried away I forget to look up and make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. And here's the power of the super tips, right? They have that tiny little tip. So you can get right into these details.
Anna says, Jen, I'll message you my patriotic nails after the show. I thought of you as I applied my wraps.
Awesome.
And Gotcha Zlimey says, people have been popping fireworks since 2 weeks ago till 12 a.m. And right now they are having parties.
Oh, wow. I think our neighborhood has rules. Like you can't start fireworks until, I think, July 1st. By law, you can't. So that helps keep it down a little bit for us.
Oh, yeah, the city has those laws, don't they?
Yeah. I don't think you can even buy, like, fireworks until after a certain date.
Helene asked, is there a way to transfer an image to watercolor paper?
Ooh, that's a good question for Steve. Steve can address how to print on watercolor paper. Steve, would you like to help with that question?
How to print on it?
Yeah.
Pretty much use a laser printer. You're going to have your best results with a laser printer. An inkjet printer, I mean, the sizing of the watercolor paper is meant to repel anything liquid.
Yeah.
So ink from an inkjet is liquid, and therefore it just doesn't want to stick to the paper when you print it.
Yeah.
So it smears really easy afterwards.
Add just a little bit more of that limey green color. I feel like it got washed away a little too much. There, that looks better. Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay, get the caps on here. One cap.
I think you're re-inspiring everybody to get out their super.
That's fun.
Saying, I got to get them out now and
Look
try them
at
on
that.
watercolor.
So much fun. Okay, now let's move up and away to our firework land. And let's bring out, we've got two fun things we're going to try. We've got the new Gem Colors by Kuretake, which I haven't even tried yet. And these, well, actually I haven't tried either of these, so we've got fun things to try. Okay, but let's clean off our palette so we don't contaminate here what we're about to do. Another reason why I love this palette. Okay. And I'm going to, these were the blue, this was the blues that I used for the background, to make that background. And I was holding on to these to the side on purpose in case I needed to redo or fix the background at all as we moved forward. So I'm going to keep these over here. And then I should rebundle this light, medium, and dark if I can find the elastic. See, this is why all my light, mediums, and darks are failing. I keep losing the elastics. Okay, I'm going to shove all these to the back so I have room to play. Let's open up the Kuretakes first. I haven't even swatched these yet, you guys. Are you ready? Oh, it's going to be fun. Okay, here they are. Let's see if they tell us the names. Everything is in Japanese. Let's see. Oh, good. We've got gem red, gem pink, yellow gold, gem green, gem blue, and gem violet.
Jennifer says, just ordered the Gem Colors. Can't wait.
Okay, let's see what they do. I'm going to put them on here. And we're going to spray them first. I don't want to get this wet, though. There.
Anna asked, what do you clean with between products, Jen?
That was just a wet wipe. Right now we have Cottonelle wet wipes purchased from Costco. These are actually a mess and I hate them. So don't purchase them unless you love Cottonelle. They like fall apart really fast. They're supposed to. They're supposed to be flushables, you know. So I guess they're doing what they're supposed to. All right. But for the art room, they're a mess. Anyway. Okay. So, how you activate these. You get them very wet. This is when your little spritzer bottle that you buy from Dollar Tree or Walmart in the travel area is very handy. So you really soak them. And you got to let this sit for a minute because it's going to go in and start activating it. This paint is not standard Western watercolor paint, so it doesn't act the same way that Western paint works. You have to, it's Gonzai paint, and Gonzai has a different binder that holds the pigments and does its thing. If you, on YouTube here, if you search Gonzai paint, I can't remember which YouTuber did it, but they did a whole segment on what exactly is Gonzai, and it was very interesting. But it's basically, it comes down to a different binder that holds the paints together that's different from what Western paints are. And that's why you have to pre-wet them to get them going and get them juicy. Once they're pre-moistened, then you can get your brush wet or use a water brush, whatever you want, and get it going and start painting with them. You just have to re-moisten them from time to time just to keep them going. If you moisten them and then don't use them, it's fine. They'll just dry down and you're good to go to reuse them again later, and you haven't hurt anything or damaged the paint in any way. Okay. So I've got my two waters, clean water and my dirty water here.
Lark says, hope you do a comparison with the gem colors and the Paul Rubens.
Yes, we will. That is the plan. I've already got them swatched, not the Paul Rubens. And what I do, I have a whole page dedicated to my Kuritakis. So this is the Gonzai Tombi 24s. This is the starry colors right here. And this is the pearl colors right here. You can see how shiny those guys are. So I'm going to be swatching later, not right now because we don't want to take the time to do it. The gem colors will go right here. And then I have room for more Kuretake if they ever hopefully come out with more paints. And then back on this page are some more metallic paints that I have. These are the Hobby Lobby brand Master's Touch that I have that I really like. Look at those gorgeous guys. And then these are I have 5 of the Luminart Twinkling H2Os. And then right here I have plenty of room to swatch my Paul Rubens. So that's what will go right here. And then we can all compare during that Paul Rubens video all the brands, and you can tell from those for yourself which ones you think are better. Are the Paul Rubens worth the high cost? That's what we're going to find out.
So Anna asked, she missed how you clean the plate.
The plate, I just used a wet wipe.
Jennifer says, I've used a pipette to put drops of water on, and that seems to work okay.
Yeah, that works great.
Excuse me. Margie asked, have you made a video showing swatching on the watercolor paper?
I have filmed it, and it's half edited. We're actually training my 14-year-old son in how to edit videos as part of his summer project, and he is working on editing it. I think he did a little work on it today, actually. So hopefully that will be going up next week, and it's showing how I swatched. I can't remember. I think it was the Superior. This line is what I videoed myself. So you'll see that one coming up very, very soon. I'm glad.
Polly and Mia Bear love sparkles. See, anything with sparkles is great.
Okay, here we go. Let's do, I'm going to start with the purple because it's on the far right. And let's see, are we ready to enjoy it together? Here we go. Let's activate the purple and see if we like it. Now, the problem with not swatching it first is we're going to be painting on top of blue. And we'll see how it performs, right? How is it going to do on top of blue, not on top of white? Okay, now, I think I'm going to save the gold. I don't know what I'm going to do. Let's just go for it. I'm not going to overthink this. We're just going to go for it.
Okay.
Okay, let's go in and do this one. So I think you could probably change the view if you wanted to, Steve. And oh boy, I really filled that brush. Oh boy, it's like a bubble of paint there. Hopefully it will dry.
Helene asked if we have a video of Black Widow swatches.
I don't think so, now that I think of it.
To look and see if we did.
Yeah. That is a lot of paint I'm laying down. If that doesn't stay sparkly, I don't know what will, because I'm giving it every possible advantage here.
Adriana says, I heard sparkle and had to look up from my coloring.
Aha! Let's see what this does. That's going to need some time to dry. We can help speed it up, but I think we need to give it a little time. If I hit it with any kind of air, it might just blow across the paper right now. Okay. There is our first fun thing. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to try to scrape a little of the excess back into the palette. Okay. Clean it off. Now we'll go to the blue. Let's see if I can be a little bit better on the next one. Oh, I'm supposed to show. Here we go. Ready to see the blue? Ooh. Ooh. Here I thought I was just going to put a little on the brush, but I'm having too much fun stirring it. And
January Rivers is hanging with us tonight. She has an unlimited data plan, but she got throttled or something.
Oh, no.
But she says she's sticking with us.
Oh.
Love the pigs. I collect them, in fact. I have no printer yet, but I'm enjoying watching you, Jennifer.
Well, I'm glad you're here, and when you're ready, the piggies will be there for you. Okay.
Jennifer asked, what size is your brush?
This is too big. This one is a number 12, round. But we're still having fun. The good thing about a good round brush is you can get a tiny little tip, so you can get into really small details. But it is a water brush, so that means it's holding a lot of paint, right? Because it's a bigger brush. And that's why I keep getting carried away with the amount of paint I'm picking up.
Bird Girl says, no, Jennifer, stop showing me shiny, sparkly things.
I'm so sorry.
I have a particularly insidious form of FSS with GMS, Glitter Metallic Pearlescent Complex.
Oh, and these are particularly pretty, aren't they? Well, you don't want to see the Paul Rubens that I showed everybody on Monday, then. Don't look at that packaging. That one is really tempting. Okay, let's do the green.
Adriana says, I like how the toner lines keep the water in the shape.
Yeah, the toner really helps.
Kaylee says, I like that you're not afraid to just go with it. And that's what I like about you.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes sometimes I really plan, and I'm very thoughtful about a color scheme and where I want everything. And other times I just go for it and just let the colors inspire me, and I have fun. So I try to be both ways.
Polly asked, how do you transfer an image to black paper?
Oh, I've never tried, to be honest. So maybe someone else here can help with that.
Gary asked, white carbon paper?
Oh, is there such a thing?
Is it Gary or Jerry? Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong.
That's a great idea if there
Teresa
is.
says, I have yet to get a good set of brushes that I like. Any recommendations?
Can we at least one video not quote Lindsay the Frugal Crafter? I think it's impossible for me. Well, I think this month is going to be impossible because she is my watercolor guru. So what can I say? She has a set of paint brushes that she recommends. I haven't bought them yet. If you check the Amazon cart, Steve, it's in the Amazon cart. Will you look it up real quick?
Oh, okay.
Steve will look it up and put a link for it for all of you. She has a set she recommends. And it's more of a budget-friendly set. Right now, I'm kind of a fan of these ones. No, not these ones. This brand, I think I got them at Hobby Lobby. Let me show you. I've really been enjoying these by Master's Touch. I've got a round 14 I've got a round 8. This is like my go-to favorite one, the round 8. And I also have a flat 3/4 inch, which is kind of too big. But this round 8, if you're going to buy just one brush, a round 8 has been like my favorite size. It holds an adequate amount of paint. Look at that point that brush comes to. Can we just have a minute for that? And that's Master's Touch. So it was a budget-friendly type brush. You know, you can spend like way too much money on brushes. Master's Touch is
really expensive.
Master's Touch is Hobby Lobby's store brand. So this was pretty reasonably priced, and they hold their points really good. And I've washed this brush over and over tons of times, and it's still holding its point, which that's impressive. So yeah, a number 8 round Master's Touch.
Is it this one? Just one brush?
No, keep going down. It's farther down. It's like a set of brushes. There it is. That one. Creative Mark is the brand. That's the one that Lindsay the Frugal Crafter, my watercolor guru, she recommends. So Steve's getting you a link. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, I got blue and I've got green on that one. So let's get some, not orange, but the gold. Clean that brush. Okay, this one I've got here, it came in a sample box and I'm not too much of a fan of it. I can't get it clean. I don't know why. Okay, and my paints are starting to get dry, so I'm going to re-squirt these last 3 just to keep them wet while I'm working.
Margie would love a video of you just playing with sparkly.
I would love to do that. Look at, oh, okay. If you're coloring, look up for a minute. Look at that. Oh, are we just happy? That's just happy. Okay, we're going to take this gold up here.
Lark says a good beginner brush is the Princeton snap brushes. They have a little spring to them and they are inexpensive but very well made.
Good. Princeton. Was that other one you saw? That you were like, is it that brush?
Been, yeah.
Oh, can you hear our neighbors singing happy birthday?
Is it going to like keep us from being able to monetize because it's of a song? Some copyright.
I hope not. Okay, again, this brush picked up way too much paint, but I'm hoping it will be to our advantage. It'll be more opaque as it dries down. We'll see, right? This is a thirsty brush. I just need to switch over to that Master's Touch because this one is picking up way too much paint. It's out of control. Let's use that gold down here too on this little firework, because this brush is still going one dip and I still have paint in it. That's the difference between a watercolor brush and an acrylic brush. I didn't know that there was that much of a reason to pick up watercolor brushes. Watercolor brushes tend to be more thirsty. They'll hold more water. So if you buy like an all-purpose brush, you're not going to have the same experience as you do with a good watercolor brush. Yeah. So it's worth purchasing, you know, a couple of really good watercolor brushes just to have that experience and have them in your arsenal. Okay, I like that gold being there. Let's do the center of our purple with gold too. Okay, I like that too. All right, let's go to the pink. Oh, I'm tempted to make the pigs pink, but no, we're going to save the glitter for the fireworks. Okay.
We're saying they're excited about the gold swirl in the water.
I'm switching to my other brush that I like better, so I have more control. So this is that number 8 round Master's Touch brush. See if we get better water control because it's not as big of a brush.
Tika says the right brush, the right paper. Seems like rocket science sometimes.
Again, when I started out with all of this journey, I kind of thought it was all marketing scheme, you know, trying to get me to buy a brush for every tool, paper for every tool, expensive tools. I just thought the companies were trying to get me to spend more money, and sometimes they are, but not all the time. You really do need a good watercolor brush, but do you need 10 of them? Not necessarily, especially if you're just learning and just kind of a hobbyist. You don't necessarily need 10 brushes. A good round brush goes a long way. It does a lot. Oh, this one is not feeling wet enough. Let's grab some extra water. Maybe I should have stuck with my big brush.
Roberta says, when I watercolor, I dislike the excess paint going to waste, so I use it as a background on a blank journal page.
Ah, good thinking.
Angela says the gold is beautiful.
Yeah, it's drying really good. Okay. Filling in the pink. I'm surprised how opaque they're staying on top of the blue background. But of course we are laying in a lot of paint to make that happen. I think if you wanted more of a translucent look, you could totally achieve that with this kind of paint. Let's bring the pink up here too. I'm trying to hold the brush this way so you guys can see. Can they see? Or am I blocking anyway and it doesn't really matter?
Let me see if I go this angle, if it'll show a little better.
If I bring it down.
Yeah, maybe right there.
Tap, 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 tap it in. Okay. Good. Okay, let's switch now. Did we do enough pink? I feel like we didn't do enough pink. Let's do a little bit more pink. Especially where we're going to have pinky pigs. We've got to have some more pink. Let's do the center of this pink. See, that's more of a what I was expecting. How the blue's coming through. There we go.
Tika's wondering if once those metallics dry, if the blue background will show through or alter the color.
Yeah, we'll find out, won't we? I have no idea.
Polly recommended diluting the pink for the piggies.
Ooh, yeah. Or we might try the oolie. We might try the oolies. We'll see. Okay, and this definitely needs, this is getting really dry. I'm going to add some more to that red. Okay, let's all sit and enjoy looking at the red now activate. Oh, that is some pretty red. It's a very ruby. Oh, that's just really satisfying. All right, let's come here now and see if I can keep my arm up out of the wet paint while we apply this. This would be easier with gel pens than trying to manage a brush. Just saying.
Eric says, Jennifer, I like the way you colored the blue in the background.
Thank you. It's drying very streaky.
Gotcha says you're a very good artist.
Oh, thank you. I'm not hating the streaks though. I kind of like it. And I think as we add more motion with the fireworks, it's going to look even more fitting.
Robin says, I've used a white sheet of cardstock and splatter the excess paint on it too.
Oh yeah. This red on here is so pretty. Wish I had nail polish this color.
Angela's going to download the picture and play with her kuretake.
Fun. Oh, you'll have to share your how your piggies all turn out. Maybe Steve can put up on the screen our link to our Facebook group. We have such a supportive Facebook group where you can come and share what you color. And I would love to see how everybody colors their piggies.
Adriana says when you swatch these, you may see that they are more opaque over the black lines. The mica in them may not allow them to be as transparent.
Interesting. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they compare to the other Kuretake.
Gary asked, how do those work as a light glaze over regular watercolor paint?
They are streaky. At least the other Gonzais that I've played with have tended to be very streaky. So I'm guessing these are going to be similar. They always look better with multiple layers, or the way I'm doing it here has been working great, where I'm laying down a really thick coat. That's been working great, hasn't it, you guys? I'm liking this thick coat thing. Oh dear, that's a lot of paint on your brush, Jennifer. Try again. Okay. See how even in these tiny little areas, because of that point that I can get this round brush to, I can get in there. So you don't necessarily need the fine detail brushes. One good round brush can do a lot of things. Lindsay the Frugal Crafter taught me that, Steve. Okay, I like that. Now,
Janelle asked, can Jen please tell us a little more about the difference between the Asian watercolor versus the Western watercolor for opacity and any other quick tips you should know?
I am not the main person to tell you that kind of thing. I know that Eastern watercolors tend to be more opaque. Western watercolors like Winsor Newton, those brands that make for like Europe and the Americas tend to be more transparent. We like to work in layers. We like to use the white of the paper coming through. That tends to be more the way a Western watercolorist works. Eastern watercolorists, they tend to prefer more opaque paints. So kind of think gouache type, like they have more of a white, not necessarily pastel-y, but they have more opacity to it, more opaque. They're more opaque. So they're just a different creature. And then, of course, the Gonzai paints have a different binder in them, and so they act a little different. You can still use them with other watercolors, but they are a different creature. They have different binders. But I don't know all the ins and outs. I only know a little bit because of what I've learned from watching other YouTubers. So I highly recommend you go watch some of the other YouTubers that know more about this and be educated by people who have really studied this topic. Because I only know a little bit. I know enough to understand why this feels and acts different than my other paint. Yeah. Is that a good enough answer?
Kaylee says, when I use paint of any kind, I do the bottom first. I flip it to do the top upside down.
Smart.
You should try it so you don't mess it up.
So smart. Because I keep like, oh no. Oh, so smart. I'm going to do more gold because I'm really digging that gold. Let's bring some more water in.
Bird Girl says, the good thing about watercolor, including Gonzai, is if you just leave the leftover paint on your palette and let it dry out, you can actually re-wet the dried paint and use it again.
Yeah, isn't that great compared to like acrylic, you know, is basically what, plastic? And once the paint has dried, it's done. And you peel it up off your palette and then you have to go again, right? But with watercolor, you can reactivate. That's why when you see a professional watercolorist's palette, they usually look a mess, right? Because it's all their old paint from previous projects are all still there. Because that's exactly what they're planning on doing. They got a perfect mix for a tree or a skin tone, and they left the leftovers there for a future project. It used to kind of bug me when I watched watercolors. Why aren't they cleaning their palettes? They're so messy. And then I finally realized, oh, it's because they got the perfect mix and they love it and they're leaving it for the next project.
Oh, so, they're asking where your Totally Tiffany rotating design board is.
Oh, yeah, that might help, huh?
And Share Coloring came in late and is asking if those are Kuretake watercolors, gem colors.
Yeah, these are the gems. They're brand new to me. So we're playing with them. I haven't even swatched them yet. We're just diving straight in. So I'll be swatching them when I do my video about the Paul Rubens. I'll swatch them and then we can compare. Oh, sorry. I'm just doing the gold in little spots here. I'm pushing my round brush to see how far we can go. How tiny will my round brush go? Look at that. I'm getting in those little circles with my round brush. Well done, little round brush. I did those little dots, Steve. I'm proud of you, little round brush.
You could lift it up and show them.
Yes, you want to see my tiny little gold dots I just did? I'm so proud of them. Look at my little tiny gold dots I just did. Ooh, bling, 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 bling. Okay, I'm getting excited. Let's see. There's still some more right there I can do. Okay, let's see if I can. This is definitely a project to do when you're not having a shaky hand, though, if you're not using your gel pens. Okay. Good. Now we have one more firework over here that I missed, and I think I want to use a color on that one, not the gold. And it looks like maybe blue would look good over here. That'll balance the blue going on over there. So get some fresh water and activate that blue. Really good. And then I think we can move on to those oolies and see what they're going to do. Teeny tiny dots of metallic beautifulness. Okay, make sure we've got the lettering, but I'm going to save that. I'm feeling pretty good about what we got here. Okay, let's see how even the rinse water is pretty. Let's show them on this other angle how pretty the rinse water is. You ready? Can you see the sparkles going on? I'm going to swirl it now and see if you can see. Can you see this? Oh yeah. Look at the sparkles in my rinse water. Oh, that's just really satisfying. Okay. It's a good day when even your dirty water is pretty.
Jennifer asked, how about the silver or white gold in the Starry Night set?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. We have things to do, don't we? Okay. Let's put these ones to get to the side. I think we've played sufficiently with the Kuretake gem colors. And we do want it to dry, though, before I really box it away. Make sure it's really good and dry. So, Steve, I'm kind of running out of room. Oh, I can put it on this shelf right here. We'll put it on this shelf. Okay, those will dry good there. Let's bring up, I think we'll try the sparkle on my piggies. I've never colored with these. I hope this isn't a mistake. This is going to be an adventure, you guys. Are you ready to adventure with me?
So with those gem watercolors, do you have a favorite color so far?
Let's see how they look as they're drying. This is, of course, with blue on the background. Oh, that gold. Oh, that red. I think the red. The purple's not quite dry yet. I'm loving that red. Look at that red.
Kaylee said you should do the number 4 red and blue. Oh, I wonder if she's talking about those.
Oh, yeah. I'm worried if I do it, it'll get lost with the fireworks. So I'm wondering about doing the why can't I say it? The number 4 and the T and the H in white with some sparkle on it. That's what I'm thinking. I've got the Uniball, the Posca paint pen, so I'm wondering about doing white for the 4th and adding some sparkle to it. So that's kind of what I'm envisioning. We'll see if I change my mind. I never change my mind. Never, ever. Okay, let's take a peek at what these are here. They come like this, and we've got, let's look at this pretty one right here. This is what they look like. They're nice in the hand too, a nice grippy. And then they spiral up, just like a chapstick. So that's really nice, and I like the case they come in.
Let's see, you didn't do a watercolor yesterday, did you, for the second prompt?
No. Yesterday we had our partner workshop, so I was busy working on our workshop for our partners, which we did some practicing of coloring metals, and we colored transparent things like a wine glass and a window is what we did with our workshop last Tuesday. If you are interested in joining our workshops, we had a lot of fun doing chrome and a wine glass, and Steve
failed attempt at rust.
We tried to do rust on a watering
terrible.
can, and Steve was very inspired to help. And we had a good laugh at the end of Steve trying to be a, what did I call you? A backseat driver, backseat colorist, telling me what to do to color a rusty watering can. It was very hilarious. Oh dear. But it was fun, and we learned a lot. Okay, this looks like a piggy color. And this looks like a piggy color.
Polly asked, how do you get the Posca pen to start?
Oh, these ones you have to shake. This is the brush tip. It has a brush tip, and it's an actual bristle. Hey, I have white nails. I can do it. It's an actual bristle. See? It's actual bristles, not a fiber tip. And you shake it, and then you take off this white, and it has a thing where you press it, and that pushes the paint towards that, and it shows you how to do it on the side. And it's scary the first time you do it because these are very expensive paints and you're worried you're going to hurt it, and I was very scared the first time I did it. The normal Posca pens work just like a standard paint pen. You shake it, the ball inside activates. Make sure you have your cap on. I've heard of scary things happening, of paint splattering everywhere. And then the first time you use it, you just pump that tip up and down just like a paint pen to get the paint to come down into the tip, and then you're good to go. That's how a Posca pen works, and they have the directions on the side. And I'm still too afraid because they're so expensive and precious. I haven't opened my purples yet. Isn't that sad?
She says mine is a nib tip.
So it's more like this one here. So just follow the instructions. Don't be afraid like I am, and go for it.
Laura says those remind, I think she's speaking of these that you're coloring, remind me of Faber-Castell gelatos.
Yes, and that's why we're going to do a battle of the water-soluble crayons. We're going to go up against all my water-soluble crayons. I have a list right here. Like I said, on Monday, I've done an inventory of all my water-friendly art media, and I have a list of all my crayons, and now I have them all here. Now that the Jane Davenports arrived, I have two kinds of Jane Davenports. They're all here, and we're going to do a battle. And I'm going to tell you which ones I like, which ones I don't like, which ones I think are worth the money. There are different consistencies. Some are more hard, some are more creamy. We're going to kind of break it all down, and I'm going to tell you which ones I recommend so you don't have to go buy them all like I did. Some of them are really expensive. Some of them are really cheap. I don't own them all. There are tons out there that I don't even own, and I can't afford or even have the time to go get them all. But it's going to give you a good feel for what these creatures are and what they do. So that's the plan. Okay, let's see what these are like to begin with. And I'm going to grab my palette, and we're going to look at the colors real quick and see what they look like. This is, they don't have names. We're going to call this bright pink. Oh dear. Yeah, these are very much like a gelato. Okay, so that's the bright pink.
They're called gel crayons?
Rainbow Sparkle Watercolor Gel Crayons by Uli. 12 bright metallic colors. And then we have a deeper pink. It's got a purpley undertone. and I grabbed out of the case this fleshy color, this Jennifer color. We won't call it fleshy color because not everybody is Jennifer colored. We're going to call this Jennifer colored. Because Jennifer's so pasty colored. This is Jennifer colored. Okay. And do those look like piggy colors to you guys? Those are going to be our piggy.
Sure. Go for
Those are our piggy colors. Let's turn these pigs into something cute, shall we? I think we'll make the mommy pig sort of Jennifer colored.
Kaylee says, I have those colored sticks and I love them. It takes not very much to use them. A little goes a long way.
Oh, okay. Good warning. Thank you. As she's about to dive in. Good warning. Okay, here we go. I'm going to lay some directly onto the paper to start. And then I've got some here that we can pull up and mix and play with. And I might switch to a water brush pen. I don't know. Who said they have some? Steve? Kaylee, do you use a water brush pen for yours to activate them? I think I would make her tail and her spots more on the pinky purpley side, this middle one.
Bird Girl says, I'm absolutely mesmerized by that paint.
It's turning out good. Okay, let's activate it. I'm going to not use a ton of water. Kind of a dryish brush. That way we can...
nice Jack. Jack just donated.
Oh.
And he says, no TP with this, Jen.
No toilet paper.
You can't buy toilet paper.
Oh, you'll have to explain that joke, Steve.
In our Bliss Partners group, we do a weekly giveaway, and Jennifer always comes up with some new thing that they can't spend their Amazon gift card on. They can't spend it on anything practical.
Right.
And then she'll say, like, toilet paper or oil or kitty litter.
Yeah. So he's telling me I can't spend it on toilet paper. That's a deal. Okay, look how pretty. It's like, it's really pretty. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's staying metallic-y, but I really don't care right now. Look how pretty.
Ursus likes your cute piggy colors.
Thank you. This mama piggy is going to be Jennifer colored, and I like how as I'm activating it, it's not activating smooth. Is that... I guess it depends on what you're after, right? Do you want your color to be really smooth? Then maybe this wouldn't be satisfying to you. Right now, I'm digging it. I like that it's coming out kind of mottled looking. It's matching the whole watercolor vibe we've got going.
Have you used the what are those other ones that these are like? Gelatos enough to know if you like
no.
Are these okay?
I'm not ready to give anybody some go buy this advice yet. Maybe some people here can give that kind of advice, but I haven't played with them enough yet. I was waiting for the final set to come, which was the Jane Davenports, and they came, was it today? They came today. So I'm now ready to sit down and film that battle of the water-soluble crayons is what I'm going to call them, because they're all sort of in a crayon type form. Although they all go under different names. Okay, now I'm picking it up off the plate, as you can see. And my brush really is very dry. It's damp is what I would call it. And that's helping. Look
Deanna
how
says
cute!
You could always go over it with a clear wink of Stella.
Oh, it's a great idea. That's kind of what I'm thinking up here for the 4.
Oh yeah, somebody asked what you were going to do with the letters.
I'm thinking the white Posca with the wink of Stellas. I've got a couple wink of Stella options, and I haven't played enough with the wink of Stellas, so that's what I'm thinking up there. I love it.
I think the grass that they're standing on looks like a watermelon.
Oh, it totally does. Oh, I love that. Okay, let's now make her spots.
Roberta says you're going to love the Jane Davenport.
I swatched them. And I did my first page in my new sketchbook. I have a new sketchbook I got to start. I have a sketchbook that I carry in my purse at all times for any art emergencies. And I finally filled it up, so it's time to start a new sketchbook. And the first page in a sketchbook is, I know some people are afraid of the first page in a sketchbook, but I love the first page. And so I used those Jane Davenports, and I'll show it to you guys here in just a second.
Polly just donated.
Polly, thank you. You didn't need to do that. You donated it on Monday.
She says, feeling so much better just chilling with you.
Oh, I'm feeling better too. It's been a rough couple days for us here in our household, and you guys always help. I really appreciate the positive, loving group we have. You guys are so supportive and kind, and it is a blissful, loving place to be. And you guys don't know how much I appreciate it.
Polly says that she's loving using that Winsor Newton iridescent medium. She says it makes all colors iridescent. We really need to get you some of that now, don't we? Now, Polly, you're triggering our FSS.
You're triggering Steve's FSS. Yeah. Let's be honest, Steve. What's this our stuff? It's you that keeps saying I need to buy that.
I'm the one that talked you into getting the Paul Rubin 24 rather than the 12.
I was trying to be frugal and get just the 12.
You weren't even going to get them, actually.
I was about to take them out of the cart, and he's like, you need them. Oh, I got a good man here, you guys.
Well, if the Frugal Crafter recommends them, you have to get them.
Oh, dear. It would be a funny game to count how many times this month we refer to the Frugal Crafter.
Nancy says, I really love your coloring page.
Oh, thank you.
And Mia Bear asked, have you tried the Spectrum Noir Clear Sparkle Crayon?
No.
Clear Sparkle Crayon?
I didn't know they had. I mean, it makes sense. Spectrum Noir always has really fun products. I didn't know they had a crayon. Like I said, I don't have them all. We had to draw a line somewhere.
At some point.
I had all of these.
All our money.
I had so many brands in our cart, and I was like, Steve, we can't get them all. Okay, there's my little mama pig. We might add some shading under her head and under her cute little tushy to make her look a little bit more dimensional. But for now, we're going to let her dry down really good. So,
Deanna says, I have both sets of the Jane Davenports. They are wonderful.
I've got of the Jane Davenports, I have the Aqua Pastels, which are the more, the Aqua Pastels are her set in the tin that are shorter, and they're a little more hard. And then I have one set now, the Spellbinders, which are the color sticks, she calls them, and I've got them in the Silky Skin set. She has two sets of those. And I got the Silky Skin set because of the gorgeous purples that were in them. You guys know I'm a purple girl. So we hand me the sketchbook, Steve, and I'll show them what I goofed around with and did the very first page in my new, this is the size sketchbook I like to carry in my purse for my art emergencies. And I also use it to take notes in meetings or at church or when I'm playing around like at waiting for my doctor's appointments. This is the book I pull out and I play in, and I just wanted to do some fun colors just to have the first page be bright and happy and have my name in the book. So if I ever lose the book, like I've lost it before in church, left it behind, and then people will pick it up and go, oh, it belongs to Jennifer Stay. So I laid down a whole bunch of these are the color sticks, the Spellbinder color sticks, the Silky Skin colors. These are all the Silky Skin colors. And then I just added a whole bunch of bling around the sides. See? Bling, 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 bling. And it was so much fun. And it was just a joy. So now I've got my new book ready. It'll go downstairs and into my purse. So so Steve can haul it around for me. Right, Steve? Okay, so that's what those colors look like in that one set. Okay, let's do these little piggies here. I want to make them more on the pink side because they're babies. They have brighter colors, right? So let's grab this bright pink and lay down a little of the bright pink to get it started. And then maybe they have their spots that match the mommy.
Love the Tushy reference.
She has a cute little tushy.
Adriana, Joyce, others are saying they love the mama pig.
She turned out cute. She needs a little shading, but she has to dry first. That's my problem with watercolor in general, is I don't let it dry long enough.
Adriana says color sticks can be smudged as well as water activated, so they're a little more versatile than the aqua pastels, but I love them both. Yeah, the aqua pastels are really rigid, so I need to play with them. Ooh, that was too much water on that brush. Tika really likes your watercolor painting in the sketchbook.
Oh, thank you. It did turn out good. What do you think, Steve?
Which one was it?
Just the first page.
Oh, just that? Yeah, that's really cute. Really pretty.
The first page is, I like to just throw a whole bunch of colors down, just have something bright and happy. And like I said, it's kind of a name page is what it is for me. So if I lose it at church, because that has happened. Did you know that happened once, Steve?
That what?
I lost my sketchbook at church.
Oh,
and if I didn't have my name in it like that, we would have...
Oh, really?
Yep.
Polly said you could reverse the mama and baby spots.
I'm kind of going to do that. We are on the same vibe. They're going to have the mama spots. If I don't totally... We'll see if this can go over the blue. Nope, they're going to have purple hands and purple ears. It looks like maybe they were eating purple punch and they got it on their ears. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Tika, and I've actually had another person ask about what were the spots on the pigs, and I had to look it up too as far as spotted pigs. That some pigs have spots on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must have been the pig reference I was looking at, that they had spots.
Yeah. So that's what those are, spots. So I did a search for spotted pigs, and you can see all kinds of coloring references. It seems like a lot of times they're really dark, like a black.
Oh, are they?
On the spots, yeah.
Well,
not that you have to do that here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's my coloring world.
That's right. It's your world. Just like Bob would say.
Yeah.
Oh, Dawn. Thank you, Dawn. She says, you two are the best team and such wonderful teachers. And she donated. So.
Thank you. What do you think of that, Rose?
Polly asked what you used for the bling.
Which bling? Oh, in the sketchbook. I used, because I was in the Jane Davenport mode, I used her Glitzy markers. These ones right here, which are a little messy. They come out in unpredictable glops of paint, at least mine do. So when you use them, be prepared for paint splats. Don't use them in moments where you want real accuracy. And for some reason, little Lovely wants to get down again. Is it because it's hot in here today? Is that why? Oh, you got a yucky on your eye too. Okay, here we go. I think it's because it's so warm in here, Daddy. Oh, let's see if we can get her on the floor. There. Okay, let's do some of the other color now on their spots. And it's definitely, if you get too much water going, the pigment is really washed out. And we still don't know if the metallic sheen is surviving my treatment, my color treatments here. We're going to find out in a minute. And we got a little chick here too.
Angela says, growing up, I had to raise a pig for FFA, and it was spotted.
Oh, cool. For FFA. I don't know that one. I know 4-H.
Hmm.
I was in 4-H growing up. My mom helped do cooking 4-H, and we did sewing 4-H. Okay. Oh, and her little tail is going to be mama colored. All right, there she is with her babies. Oh, it helps to put it down so you guys can see what I'm doing. Sorry, you guys. Let's do the pink little chick. I mean, not a pink chick. We're going to do a yellow chick with this bright, happy, lemony yellow. I'm going to try to put a lot of it in here, so hopefully the chick will sparkle. Okay, now we'll use the brush to move it where we want it to go into the corners of this shape. Like that. I keep feeling like we need to sign off and move over to YouTube, but we're already on YouTube. Okay, there's our little chick. It needs a beak. And we've got this kind of copper color we can use for the beak. Put some right there and see if I can get it to go on. I don't know if this is going to work because no, it's just getting watered out. We might have to use a gel pen for the beak because it's just getting watered down. These are definitely not for tiny details, is it? Not a detail-oriented tool. Okay, we've got a couple flags and the 4 and the TH. And a dog that wants to come back up again. Oh, baby! You're making things difficult. Okay, let's put these in here. Okay. All right, let's do the flag with gel pens. Those tiny little details deserve a gel pen. So let's get, is there a gel pen I haven't used in a while? Oh, we could try, how about, I don't know. Let's just use something standard. We've got, what does a flag do? Red and white? Oh dear, Rose. Okay, let's do red. This is the white. This is the red. And let's do some sparkly blue. Ooh, so very patriotic. Let me show you. Look at that. Okay, this is a souffle pen. So we're going to do that last. And I can't remember what order these stripes are supposed to go in, and it doesn't really matter because it's not an accurate flag anyway. Is it a red stripe first, Steve?
Sorry, I had to step away, so I missed some of your comments. They're all saying Future Farmers of America, by the way.
Ah!
Okay, what are you asking?
It's red stripe first on the flag.
Oh, I don't know.
It's not going to be right on the bandana.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Maybe someone can tell us.
I would
wait.
think so. I would think they would create the border.
Okay.
I'll do a quick search. I'm sure everybody will tell us.
Yeah, by the time you have it searched.
Yeah.
I just want to know what the top stripe is because it's not accurate. I didn't draw this flag accurately.
Oh yeah, it's red. Yeah.
The first stripe is red?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let me get caught up here.
Okay. First stripe going in with red. This is just a standard gel pen, not sparkly or anything. Going in for some straps. Hopefully I'm not setting my hand in anything wet. It's so warm and dry in here. I can't imagine anything staying wet for long. Cute. Oh my goodness, those stripes are so little. I'm going to go cross-eyed trying to do these stripes.
So I don't know if you've already touched on this, but Adriana says, yes, Jennifer, when you go to do the shadows, you can put the brush directly to the tip of the crayon and it comes out darker.
That's a great idea. Oh, I almost got him.
Rebecca asked if Rose is back on trees.
Oh. No, not yet. She's got... Did you see her look up when you said trees?
Oh, no. I should have spelled it.
What?
Isn't it? Jennifer and I just think it's so funny. Rose is our first dog. And we had no idea that you had to spell around dogs. Just like you do toddlers. Otherwise, they'll get all excited about something.
We didn't know this.
And we did learn with our toddler one time that you can't spell Oreo and not have it sound like the word Oreo. 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 He picked it up immediately.
Yep. No, she has to be for a whole month on a special veterinarian selected diet. It's a special kibble. What's the word? You told me the word.
Hydrolyzed or something?
Hydrolyzed diet. So Steve boils her chicken breasts and chops it up and puts it with the kibble because she doesn't like the kibble. But it's a special diet, and we're trying to figure out if she had an allergic reaction to something. So she goes on this special diet for a full month, and then we can start introducing things one at a time to see if she did have an allergic reaction. So that's what we're doing. We don't know if she ate something weird and that's what happened, or if she had an allergic reaction. We don't know. So that's what the vet has recommended, to take us through this process to try to figure out why she got so very, very sick. So no treats. She's not allowed to have even like cheese or anything. She can't have anything besides the boiled chicken, which is technically a no-no, but it's the only way we can get her to eat the kibble. So that's what she's doing, and it's very expensive, this kibble that she's eating, but if it helps us understand what's going on, then it'll be worth it. And it's just for a month, so hopefully it'll do its job, right? Okay, now I'm going in with the white souffle, and I'm hoping it's going to pop the little white stripes on here. White gel pens, you are my nemesis. Come on.
Carolyn asked, does the clear placemat have a rough side? If so, you could use that to rub the crayon on it and use the paintbrush to pick up the paint.
It's sort of rough. It's not, I wouldn't call it rough, but yes, it does have two sides. I also discovered that the rough side is easier to clean up paint splatters on. From the other night when we did gold paint splatters on Monday, one of my mats was flipped with the shiny side up, and the other mat had the textured side up, and the one with the textured side up I was able to clean, and the other one with the shiny side up I wasn't able to get clean. So that was an interesting learning experience.
And Tika and Amy were pointing out that even dogs can learn the spellings too.
Oh,
so
no.
Tika says we would spell bone B-O-N-E, and the dog still got excited.
Oh, no.
Libby says our burners are part human.
The burners?
I think that must be a breed.
Oh. Yeah, what? I'm trying to do the stripes. Got it. Okay, and I want to put the stars back in.
Luminari says white gel pens are an enemy now.
Yeah. I've given up finding the perfect white gel pen. I think they're all against me. And I've tried all the brands. I've tried everything. I've tried all the tricks to get them to flow correctly, and they all just hate me. So there. I've just given up. Okay, now we'll see how those dry, and let's move on to the 4. And because I've given up on white gel pens, we're going to go in with a white Posca pens.
Libby says it's a Bernese Mountain Dog.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to flip it around so that those gel pens have time to dry. I've got both pens going. I don't know which one's going to be best. We'll see. Double shake. Double, 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 double. Okay, here we go. Let's start with this one, the brush one. It's good for covering large areas, which is what we're doing. It might take 2 coats. We'll see.
Melinda asked, what size are you using? Have you tried the 10 in Jelly Roll?
I love that you guys are like, come on, Jennifer, don't give up on the white gel pens. Yes, I've tried both kinds.
We've tried pretty much every white gel pen ever recommended.
Yeah. Because I'm like, oh,
and
at
first
one.
we did love that Uniball.
The Uniball Signo was a real go-getter for a while, and I was like, yep, this is the one. I was recommending it to everyone, and then they all started failing. And then the next go-to was the white Milky Pop by Pentel. Oh, that one was beautiful, so opaque, and it was flowing like the way all gel pens should. And then it stopped too. So, yeah, I give up. They all hate me. And I've tried other brands, and the problem is okay, this is what happens when you push the plunger on the side. In case you want to know, you can see the paint come down. So that's what happens. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I think I've ranted enough about white gel pens.
Blue Petal Media did say, though, I dip my Sakura gel pen in alcohol every now and then, and it starts working again.
Okay.
Maybe we'll have to try that.
I don't know if I've tried that one. That's a tip I haven't tried, so yes, thank
Angela's encouraging, never give up, Jennifer. And Luminaria asked, do you love Los Angeles?
Have I ever been to LA?
I don't know if you ever have.
We've been...
Maybe as a kid or something?
No, I've only ever been to California with you.
Oh, yeah, no, we didn't go to LA. We were in Palm Springs.
Yeah. I haven't traveled much. I've gone to Canada, because I was born in Canada, and then we traveled back to Canada several times. I've been to Denver, and I've been to Portland. I've been up the coast a little bit, but we didn't do much in California. We avoided, I think we kind of skipped California and went straight for Oregon. And I've been to Seattle when I was really little. But like, that's the extent of my traveling. So when I tell you guys how sincere I am about wanting to travel, that I'm like excited to just travel the US. That's like my first goal, because I haven't even done that. So I am so sincere about wanting to get an RV and get out and at least travel the US. I mean, it's sad that I haven't even traveled the US.
Yeah, we really want to get out and do some meetups and all that.
Yeah.
Adriana says, I found a new white pen, the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen. It's not a fine tip, but pretty white.
Oh, cool.
Do you have one of those? I know you have a few Pitt pens.
I have some Pitt pens. I don't have the white, though. Is it opaque? That would be my next question, because that's part of the secret sauce I'm always looking for. Is it's got to be opaque. It's got to flow when I want it to flow. Those are the things I'm always looking for. Okay, now I'm going to be able to do some of the letters with this paint brush pen, but I'm going to have to move to the other Posca pen for the details. Okay, let's go ahead and move over to the other Posca pen. Oh, I just love my little piggies. Okay, here we go. Now, this guy, see, why can't a gel pen flow like that? Just bam, paint. I mean, that's just dependable whiteness. I don't think it's too much to ask. You spend $1 or $2 on a pen, and I expect it to flow when I start using it. Is that too much to ask? Am I still ranting?
Oh, Tika says the piggies are cute.
Aw, thank you.
And Melinda's wondering if the dry air affects the white gel pens differently.
Oh. Is it my desert location getting me again? It'll be interesting to see as we travel. Do the art supplies act different in different locations? It'll be really interesting.
And Angela asked if you've tried the Rembrandt white pen.
No.
And Polly's reminding you to drink and blink.
Oh, and I'm not blinking at all. All these tiny details. I might want to do white.
Joyce is asking if anybody has tried the Portfolio Oil Pastel. They're water soluble.
That's a different one for me. Okay. We officially have white. Do we like the white? So we can change it. Do we want to do something different? What do we think? Is it? It's definitely more popping here in person than it is on camera. That's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna put this away right here. And now I've got a couple options with the Wink of Stellas. And I'm not sure what the two of them do. So we're going to swatch these two. I'm not too familiar with Wink of Stella. I think I've swatched these before, and I'm not sure. This is the problem with my past swatching, is I don't have them all in one place, and that's why I'm swatching everything into my new swatch books now. So we're going to swatch right now and see what it does. So this is more of a silvery cap, so I'm assuming, do you shake these? Nope. Oh.
Gail asked, what is the name of the white stuff in a little jar that you use sometimes?
That's this right here, and it's awesome. Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White. You can also, Copic makes one that's really good too, that you can get. And this stuff though is really thick. See? That was risky. But see, it's that thick. So you can pick it up with a brush or a toothpick and apply it like that.
Tika's wondering if that might be something. She says she mainly lives in a humid climate.
Huh.
And Jerry says the whole picture is beautiful and gorgeous, Jennifer.
Oh, thank you. Okay, and then we've got this more clear one. Okay, so this is like silver undertones with silver glitter. This is more of a clear undertone with silver glitter. That's what the difference is between those two creatures right there. So I'll move it in the light and you can see the amount of glitter. So we have other options. We've got this one, which is very silver. This is a metallic jelly roll here. I don't like that. We also have the clear jelly roll. This is the Stardust one. Let's see how we like this one compared to the Wink of Stella. That one also, I think the glitter seems more intense on this one. It seems closer to that one there. But it's shinier, I think, than the Wink of Stella.
Dee says, so cute. Carolyn says, I absolutely love my Stellas.
I haven't been using them since I got them. They were gifted to me. Okay, then I also have this little guy, which is a Stardust, a crystal clear. These are by Spectrum Noir. And you shake it.
Deanna says, I don't know why I'm scared to use my Posca pens. I know Polly's expressed the same concern.
I'm the same way. That's why the two purples are still in their packaging. I don't know why they're scary either. I need to just get over myself. Okay, this is what this one does. And you can squeeze it just like a paint pen and force some of the glitter forward and into the bristles. And that's what that one does. I'll move it in the light so you can see that one. So that's a few of our options that are just handy really quick. So obviously the metallic one isn't right. I'm kind of liking that Spectrum Noir one, but it's kind of big and flashy and hard to control. So I'm thinking we go for the Wink of Stella. That's the most subtle. And do we want to do silvery or the clear? Steve, I'm going to let you decide.
Clear.
Oh, it's going to hand you the swatch and let you choose.
Yeah, I'm just curious about the clear.
Okay, clear it is.
Do you have the Wink of Stella brush?
This is all I have.
Oh, okay.
For the Wink of Stellas are these.
Okay.
If they have something else, I don't have them. These are what were gifted to me.
Teresa's wondering if you find the tips of those Zig pens different to use.
These are Zig Wink of Stellas. I think that's what she's talking about. And they look like this. They're a little different than a gel pen.
She says they make her shiver when she uses them.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't think there's a ball. Is that the experience you're getting? There's like, I'm going to hand one to Steve and see if he can figure out what's going on. Figure out what's going on there, Steve.
Oh, boy.
Here's a swatch pad. See if you can figure it out. Okay, let's see how this works.
Ew. Yuck, I know what she means. It feels like, ew. Yeah, I totally agree. It like feels
Uh-oh. It's scraping up the paint.
like rubbing your teeth on a popsicle stick.
That was so specific.
Yeah.
Where did that come
It
from?
must have been when I'd eat a popsicle stick as a kid or something, and then like at the end like biting on the popsicle stick, and it's kind of that weird scrapey. Am I the only one that had that experience?
I guess you're having a
Ew,
a
yeah,
memory.
I don't like that.
This isn't working. The Posca paint is not playing well with Zig Wink of Stella. Okay, we learned. Let's try. I think we're going to have to go with something wetter. So let's try this. Okay. We're going to have to go for Baroque, people. Wow, our neighbors are getting noisier.
Karen says the Wink of Stella brush is similar to the Spectrum Noir.
Ah, that's what I need right now because it doesn't want to play on top of the Posca paint. This is working really well though. Okay. That was an interesting learning experience.
Linda says, I have those and I love them. I also have one Wink of Stella that is in brush form.
I'll have to get one of those.
Oh, Beverly. She says, like biting on aluminum foil.
Ew!
When you had those silver fillings. Remember that?
Oh, some of us still have those stupid silver fillings.
And Nina Beaner says you need the Wink of Stella with the brush tip, not the nips for that.
Yeah, because this is working much better.
Angela can relate to me.
You got a friend, huh?
Yeah, Lark says popsicle sticks give me the shivers like nails on a chalkboard. Yep.
Ew.
Oh man, I hadn't thought of biting on
On aluminum
aluminum
foil.
foil in like 40 years or something.
Steve's got the heebie-jeebies. Okay, there is. I
That
think
says your picture is lovely.
it's turning out really fun. I do want to get a little bit more shading under my mama pig. I don't think I'm going to worry about the baby pigs, but the mama pig, I think she's worth a little bit more shading. So someone said I can just touch right straight onto the tip of this crayon. I'm going to use...
That was Adriana. Anna asks, what's that paper square you had? I need one. Is that a new syndrome, PSS? Paper square syndrome?
Okay, so I was at... What's our office store close to us? What's the office store, Steve? Oh, sorry, it was just a wet brush.
Office Depot?
You're so heebie-jeebing. I accidentally touched him with my wet brush, and he's like, ew! Office Depot. And I went back to their clearance shelf, and they had these stacks of white paper. I am always on the hunt for little white squares. Now, I was hoping to find white Post-it notes. That's like... What are they called? Is it a white elephant? No, what's the thing that you're always hunting for and you can't find it? It's white something.
White whale?
White whale. I think so. Anyway, I've discovered white Post-it notes are really hard to find. And that when you can find them on Amazon, they're so expensive. So I was back in Home Office Depot and they had these on clearance. Regularly $4 for this stack, and I got it for like 50 cents. So I bought like 3 of them. So I've got swatching paper for maybe a year, the amount I go through them. So because it has to be white, right? And these are really fast, and so I'm keeping it right here, and I've got 3 more bricks all handy and ready to go. It was awesome find.
So are those Ulis then, would you say they are like gelatos then?
They're very similar to a gelato, yeah. So, yeah.
Tika says needle in a haystack?
Maybe? Yeah. Yeah. So there's certain items that I'm always hunting for. Are you guys that way? White gel pens. White post. I'm obsessed with white.
The white tools. Huh?
The white tools are the things I'm always searching for. Okay, let's see if this works. I want to put a little extra shading on the mama tushy and under the mama head. That's the plan. So I'm going to pick it up right off the end here to really intensify the pigment as much as possible. And see if we can get a little shadow built. Maybe. I think I'm going to go for the copper color. I'm going copper. Okay. Clean that brush. Dry it off. Fresh water. And pick it up. I don't think I got enough water. Try again. Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, now I've got too much water. This is really tricky with these, like, to figure out the right water amount. Okay. Now we're starting to get juiciness. Oh, yeah. Can you see? Can you see my juiciness? Okay, here we go. Now let's see if that will create. There we go. Now we're getting a shadow.
Polly says, I find the Marabou crayons were creamier than the Recollection.
Okay. I can't wait to do my battle of the crayons. That might be the next. No, I want to do the Paul Rubens next. Hard to pick which video to film for all of you next. I have so many things I want to film. Under the tushy.
Teresa says, looks like shopping time. Can't watch a video without going shopping.
Sorry.
Anna says, I always need test paper. Totally gonna have to get some.
Yeah, the little cube like that. I was so excited when I found those. They were actually on clearance for $1, and I got up to the checkout stand, and she couldn't find, like, it wouldn't ring up. And I said to her, and then she got it to ring up, and I said, it started to ring up as I told her, well, I know they were only $1, because I was worried she was going to tell me it was full price. She says, well, actually, it just rang up for 50 cents. And I'm all, oh, well, I'll take it for 50 cents. Then I was so glad I grabbed all of them. Well, 3 of them. I think there was a few left. I left a few for someone else.
Roberta says that I use the back of stuff I print on and cut them in squares.
So smart. Okay, maybe a little under her. Nope, that's not making any difference. Okay, it kind of helped.
Gary says careful down there.
Yeah, I know it's going to look like she kind of messed herself if I'm not careful. There. Okay. All right, now the fun part, everybody. Are we ready for the fun part? Do we need to zoom out just a little bit, Steve, so they can see me take the tape off? And then I'm going to move it in the light, and we're going to see what exactly held up, what stayed metallic, and what lost the metallic. And we got some white paint. Okay, there. All right. Let's see how we did. Ooh, even Rose is waking up for the reveal. Gotta wake up for the reveal. Huh. Okay. I love taking the tape off. So fun. One more piece. Oh, didn't deep stickify it quite enough, but it's okay. All right.
Adventures in Coloring Us. Is this page a free download?
It sure is. I'm so happy that I can offer it to all of you as a free download for 4th of July. We'll probably keep it up for at least a week. So you can come and get it and color it with your friends and your family and enjoy 4th of July. Okay, let's move it in the light here first. My piggies, they do have a bit of a sheen. Not as strong as our Kuretake. And oh, look at that. This one here, it did really good too. So I'm going to move this up here now.
Very pretty. They're beautiful.
Okay, now I'm going to move it up here and see if you can see. Can you see the piggies? They're catching the light too.
A little bit.
A little bit. Not as good as those fireworks, man. The fireworks are really catching. I cannot wait to swatch those gem colors on white and see what they do on white.
Oh, yeah, you can see
so pretty cool that we did, the whole background was with Crayola Super Tips, remember? And we did that part all with Crayola Super Tips too. So if that's all you have, if you don't own any fancy watercolor paints or anything, look at what you can do with just Crayola Super Tips. Isn't that exciting? I think that's pretty exciting. And then we tried all kinds of other really fun tools to do this one. So I'm pretty excited about that. And yeah, there is definitely a sheen.
I can see it more now.
Yeah. So it's not as stellar as the sheen happening up here, but there is definitely a little sheen going on. So pretty cool. All right, so we have some fun videos already coming up for you. Like I said, I have 2 already pre-recorded and are being edited right now. So watch for those to come up right away. That'll be on how to swatch your watercolors and on how I clean my water brushes so that you can change from paint color to paint color really quickly and easily. So watch for that video to come too. And then I think the next one I need to film is the Paul Rubin video. I really need to do that one.
Yes, you need.
And then we'll be doing the Battle of the Water Soluble Crayons. So watch for that video to come too.
And Julie says, don't forget to put the date on it, Jennifer.
Oh yes, let's do that right now. And then don't forget also to come and download this page because it will be available for a short time as a free download. I don't know what pen to use to date this thing. We'll use just a good old jelly roll. So I'm going to put July. Oh, it doesn't like writing on this watercolor paper. Oh, except it's not 4th. Oh well. 2019. Okay. There you go. There's the date. Okay. So And then, of course, we have the one where you didn't get to, which I'll have to do another day, which is this one here. And that's available for all the people who are members over at Coloring Bliss that have access to the premium library, which is this beautiful picnic scene, the perfect moment at a picnic. That's what this one is. So come and download that one and you can color it too. And don't forget, if you would like to experience this watercolor paper, that you can come and purchase a coloring book over at our print shop and have a custom made coloring book printed on the watercolor paper so that you can do this kind of watercolor effects and enjoy this kind of experience. And we're also doing a book a day giveaway in July, so make sure you follow the link in the video description so that you have a chance to win a coloring book from the Coloring Bliss print shop during July. So lots going on. We had so much fun. Thank you for joining us today for our weekly live event. Remember to join us every Wednesday. Normally we do our live events in two parts. The first part over on Facebook and the second part here on YouTube. But this week we did both parts here on YouTube because we heard a rumor that Facebook was having problems and we just didn't want to deal with it. So that's why we did 2 hours today on YouTube. So I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. For those of us here in the United States, most of us get a long weekend. So I hope you have fun celebrating it with your family and get to do something special. And hopefully all of our fur babies aren't too traumatized during the fireworks. So that's my hope, that we are not traumatized. So I hope you all have a really good, peaceful weekend and that you find a way to do something creative that uplifts you and gives you some bliss. There's a lot of hard things going on, and I hope that you find some solace in your creativity, because that's what I do. I really find a lot of peace and some, like I said, some bliss whenever I do my art, and that's why I like to do Coloring Bliss. It really gives me joy to share this with all of you, so thank you for letting me share it with you. Also, thank you to those of you who donated to our channel tonight. That really does help us keep being able to make this a business. Steve works full-time with us here as my partner, and it's because of those of you who support us with your finances. And if you can't support us financially in that way, it really does help every time you hit like on our videos and share our videos, comment on our videos, all those things. It really does help that little YouTube algorithm know that you find worth here. So even those little things that you do for us really does help. So thank you for all your support. All right, I think we covered everything, Steve.
Okay.
So thanks again for everything, and have a wonderful, colorful, blissful night. Bye-bye, everybody.